I spent quite a lot of time this morning with the group of people who were working with performance art and with theatre. And it was really incredible to see what happened when the group stopped talking about explaining things, and they started to share things. So a metaphor that came to my mind as I was watching them work is the difference. It's almost as if I had an ice cream in my hand right now, and I started to tell you about this ice cream, and I described the qualities of the ice cream. That has one impact, but if I give you the ice cream and I allow you to taste it, then we have a different kind of connection. And that's what I saw starting to happen with all these different groups, is that people moved out of the world of explaining and defining and theorizing, and they moved into a world of sharing their experience. And what I saw happening was people connecting on a very, very different level and getting to know each other on a very different level and being moved by each other, meeting each other in a different way. And I saw how that meeting people at the level of our humanity and our shared humanity, despite the fact that we came from very different countries, different backgrounds, different cultural experiences, that somehow our shared humanity started to become available to us. And I saw how people were moved by each other, and it was really, really beautiful. And I think the facilitators, each of the group facilitators, did such a beautiful job of allowing the groups to move through a process and allowing that process to unfold, and seeing what happened to the group over the 2 days of moving. Because when we first meet each other, often what we do is we talk about our credentials, we talk about our work experience, we talk about what gives us the right to promote the ideas that we have. But when we move away from talking about it to really sharing who we are, something different happens and something different emerges. And what I saw emerging was people's imagination and people's creativity and people's ideas. And then people started to connect. And I think that's really, when we can connect with each other, that's when we can inspire each other to take action in a very different kind of a way than just explaining things to each other. I was really, really moved by how much of a thinking environment I saw in the groups. Even though we didn't explore the theory of the thinking environment, there was something about the subject matter. This, how can we discover marrying those two extremes instead of being one or the other? And one of the things that really struck me as I moved from one group to the other was how people were treating each other and how much respect there was in the group for different opinions and different points of view. And you remember when I did that introductory session right at the beginning, and the TED talk, and the man that talked about theatre and drama being what happens when different points of view collide. And one of the things that really stood out for me in the groups was there were different points of view, and there was even the potential for conflict, and especially because the groups were trying to reach some kind of consensus about ideas and about what they were going to present. And what was really beautiful for me to see was how much people listened to one another and were willing to move beyond their firmly held beliefs and stretch into the diversity of the other people in the group. And by doing that, actually what emerged was these shared self-expression, and really what we're talking about when we talk about freedom. I mean, freedom of expression was something that I kept hearing in all the different groups that I went into, and it really impressed me how the groups were able to create that for each other. They actually created the experience for each person in the group to express themselves and to feel part of the collective. So it was a really, really beautiful thing to watch happening.